Welcome to Letchworth State Park, Grand Canyon of the East.
This park is huge. There's no way you can do it all in one weekend. There's so much to explore here.
Come join us as we hike, bike, and explore the natural beauty this park has to offer.
There's so many scenic views in every part of this park. It's incredible. It's also ideal for the kids. The playgrounds everywhere.
They are top-notch here.
So join us as we check it all out.
Letchworth State Park in New York State is approximately 250 kilometers southeast of Toronto. The Genesee River goes through the park and over 3 major waterfalls. It is renowned as the Grand Canyon of the East. Okay, so that was an interesting border crossing.
Wow.
That's a first ever.
We've always had people the border guards go in our trailer and have a look, and we got to give them the spiel about the food that we have and what we don't have and all that. This guy didn't ask us a thing.
Didn't ask if we had guns or alcohol.
We gave him our passports. He said, you know your trailer license plates? I told him it. And he goes, thank you very much. Handed us back our passports, and that was it.
Wow.
That's never happened before.
Never happened before.
Wow.
It was like a free pass.
That was great.
Yes, but that doesn't happen very often, so always be prepared, because I had my spiel of what I was going to say.
But that was the Peace Bridge. And now we're in New York State, and we're heading to Cabela's and to Walmart and
To
Costco.
stock up? Are we going to Costco?
Oh, probably.
We're going to Costco, folks.
And we're going to stock up because
Yes.
there's a lot of stuff we didn't bring with us because you're not allowed to bring across the border.
Yes.
On second thought, we probably could have brought it all.
But don't do that.
No. Next stop, Cabela's.
Yippee!
Cheryl, you could wear these shoes for your next fishing talk.
I just flop around in them like dead fish.
Wow.
So this is what we usually do, is pop into Walmart and get some RV things as we need them. It seems to be, some things are much cheaper to get here in the States, so the water filters, definitely, we like to get those when we're here.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You'd be done now.
We park right beside you guys in the park.
Very nice.
You go right for the good stuff. So you just finished at Walmart. How are the prices?
More expensive than home. If you convert it over, yeah, it was expensive.
Yeah.
I had to not look at some of the prices. It was just bad. Okay, and this is Walmart too.
We are on our way to Letchworth State Park.
The Grand Canyon of the East.
Yes, sir. We've only stayed here one time, and it's just overnight when we were on our way to Bahaba, Maine.
Bahaba.
But yeah, and we knew then that we had to come back. This is a huge park. So we're going to be checking it all out. We're in New York State right now, zoomed through the border, as we mentioned earlier.
Yep, groceries are done.
Yep. And now we just have about an hour to go to get to the park. It's it's only about 3 hours from home.
Oh no, Ben, I think we forgot something.
What did we forget?
We forgot Jax.
Jax! We forgot Jax! No, we had to leave Jax at home this trip.
Yeah, poor guy. Feels naked without him here.
I know,
So
we're
he's
so
having him.
used to him being with us. It was tough leaving him. But we know we're going to be very active at these next two parks.
And he can't go on the hiking trail at Watkins Glen.
Yes, there's a lot of stuff he can't do. Plus, today, it's August 1st, 2024. It is the first day of new rules for bringing a dog across the border, and we didn't want to go through the hassle and the expense of doing that for this trip. So he's staying at home with our kids. We got two kids that are adults and staying at home, and they're happy to have him. I did. Site number 306, is it? There's no water fill spots at the dump station, but they have water spigots all around in each loop, and they're all threaded. So the one closest to our campsite is just 2 campsites away. We hooked up with our hose and our filter. We're filling her up. Looks like some really good pressure. We'll see how long it takes. This is us, campsite number 306 in the 300 loop. It's a nice flat site, nice flat pad, easy to back into, one time and we're in. The main part of the site is grassy. We get a lot of sunshine here. Unfortunately, this site is very open. As the cars come down the road, all the headlights shine right on our trailer. And we are next to the comfort station, which Cheryl normally likes very much, except we are wide open to the comfort station. It's almost like we're in the lawn of the comfort station. So when we're sitting at our campsite, we are seeing everybody go in and out. Luckily, it's not a stinky comfort station, so we're doing okay.
I don't mind being this close to the comfort station, actually. It's very handy. As for the washroom itself, there's no laundry facilities in this one. There's laundry facilities over at the main camp store. What I liked about these washrooms is they had a lot of toilet paper, so you didn't run out. They have 8 rolls in each stall. What I did not like was the showers. There's 2 showers. They're just shower curtains, and the shower spouts in these washrooms are like in the corner, like where you step in the corner. So you got maybe half an arm's length of room to stand to shower. Your head's up pretty much against the wall and you're banging your elbows against the wall. It wasn't the most convenient. Some of the other campgrounds have new shower facilities or new comfort station facilities. Hopefully down the road these ones maybe get updated because they seem quite old, but they did the job. This is a good addition. Gray water disposal. Let's check out the park. Letchworth has 255 electric campsites with 135 30 amp service and 120 50 amp service. They are divided up into 8 camping loops. Each camping loop has its own comfort station with flush toilets and showers. Loop 300, 400, 500, and 600 are pet-free. There are 2 cottages called Maplewood Cottage that sleeps 8 and Parker's Hideaway that sleeps 6. There are 81 cabins in 5 loops. Each loop has its own comfort station with flush toilets and showers, except E cabins. Only C cabins allow pets. There's also Glen Iris Inn. There is a nature center, 2 visitor centers, a museum, a conference center, and a dam. There is 1 swimming pool. There are 10 pavilions for rent. There are 26 hiking trails throughout the park for a total of 106 kilometers. There are 3 major waterfalls: Lower Falls, Middle Falls, and Upper Falls.
We're driving around the campgrounds, checking out the sites, and they vary widely. Some of them are wide open like ours, but there are other ones that are really nice, tucked away, and very private. It's unfortunate that on the website, they don't show any pictures of the sites, so you never know what you're going to get unless you actually come here and look at the sites and decide what you want.
That's right.
Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks for your input.
No, there's a lot of nice sites within the trees, more like provincial parks. Look at me, I love this. Wow, hi, hello. Hi,
Heisman, buddy. Good to see you, buddy.
There are several roofed accommodations in the park. Parker's Hideaway is a cottage which sleeps 6. It has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, AC, heat, and TVs in the living room and master bedroom. There are 5 cabin campgrounds. A cabins, there are 22 cabins. 8 to 11 are accessible and pet-free. B cabins, there are 22. They are pet-free. C cabins, there are 17 cabins that allow pets. 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, and 13 are accessible. D cabins, there are 10. They are pet-free, and they have the new comfort station. E cabins, there are 10. They are pet-free. They are small, rustic, and elevated, and they have pit toilets. There are several group campsites. Each contain picnic table, fire pit, a grilling fire pit, and barbecue grills. They have a water tap and vault toilet on site to share.
There are 3 dump spots. None of the hoses are threaded, and there is no fill here. You fill in the campground loops.
There are 7 camping concession stores throughout the park. They contain a wide variety of things ranging from camping supplies, basic groceries, to kids' toys, to store merch, gifts, and ice cream.
This is unbelievable. We're just getting our first look at this park right now.
Yeah, we just started, and I can see why it's rated the best state park. Oh my gosh.
The best state park in the country.
Yeah, this is amazing. The playgrounds, they spare no expense for their playgrounds. They are top notch, and they're like everywhere. There's more than one just in this area.
And this pool is incredible with a
2
viewing
pools.
stand. Yeah, 2 pools. And what's the cost?
Free.
Free. And
Look at the green space.
oh my gosh.
gosh.
Look at this green space.
Look how well it's kept. Oh my gosh. It looks like a bandstand or stage over there.
Yeah, a stage over here. And then over here, another playground. There's playgrounds everywhere here, and they're really nice playgrounds.
Yeah, they cater to the kids for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just our first night here, and we're doing a quick tour around. And we haven't even gotten to the main area yet.
No.
This park is massive.
It's massive, yeah.
It's a rainy morning, and we're starting off on trail number 1, the Gorge Trail. It's Friday, shouldn't be too busy, and already I see a gorgeous view of a waterfall.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain. Beauty in the Monday.
waterfalls, and this is gorgeous. When it comes to looking for a payoff on a hike, this hike has 3 major waterfall payoffs. What do you think of it, Cheryl?
Oh, baby. You gotta come.
It's awesome. War Memorial.
Reaching for the ground.
God wrought for us this scene beyond compare, but one man's loving hand protected it and gave it to his fellow men to share.
Aho.
So a lot of you may be wondering about Cheryl's getup, why she's dressed like that. Well, if you notice, there's no railing along here, so it's very dangerous. You could easily fall off the edge. So she put a cape on. If she falls off the edge, she's like Supergirl, and she can just fly, and she's safe. So that's the story about Cheryl wearing a cape.
Or it could be because it was raining and I'm keeping my backpack dry.
Yeah, that's not a fun story though, so we're not going to go with that one.
Okay, we'll go with the fun one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other.
Okay, Trail 6A is not for the faint of heart. That's a steep hill. How was that?
Peachy.
Oh yeah. That's a kiddie code.
By twisting this dial, I'm causing erosion. Watch the screen. Ooh.
Oh, Cheryl, save the planet, save the planet. Turn the other way, turn the other way.
Back, no. I wish
There
we could
you
do
go.
this in our human lives. Make everything go in reverse like this. Right? This is the Autism Nature Trail. I haven't seen one of these before, so it's very pretty.
There's been a lot of thought and work put into this autism trail. This is something else. Everywhere we go to this park, we are amazed by what they have. It's incredible. If you're looking for a spot to go paddling, there really is nothing inside the park unless you get a permit and you go with the outfitters in there. Outside of the park, just out of the north end of the park in the town of Mount Morris, there is a canoe kayak launch. Puts you right into the Genesee River. It's pretty shallow. The water moves fairly quickly, so I would suggest that you're probably not going to go out and back from this point. You can put in here, and the next takeout point is 5.4 miles down the river. There's restrooms and a parking lot, making it for easy access to put your kayaks in and get started on a nice trip down the river.
The provisions for 2 large fence stocks were built into the dam for possible future hydroelectric power generation.
Letchworth, I think you did it. I think you beat me.
That was 2 full days of pretty much, I think we did the whole park,
Non-stop,
non-stop.
just driving from overlook to recreation area to picnic area
To the dams.
oh my god.
To trails, to
Oh, I deserve this now.
fields, pool, everything. Like inside the park. We had to leave the park to go see the dam and the visitor center on the other
Yep.
side. So we had to leave the park for that. What did we do? Like,
So today we drove about 80 kilometers
that was just today.
to go around the park.
So you might want to fill up with gas before coming into this park.
If you do want to go and check out everything this has
Yes,
to offer.
there's a lot of driving.
I think we hit most things.
Yeah, it's
It
hard to
can't-
tell.
It can't possibly all make it into the video, otherwise this would be an hours-long video.
Yeah.
But we hope we touched on a lot of the
we
things.
touched on a lot of stuff.
And for the next couple of days, I'm hoping we can just relax a little bit and
Yes.
enjoy it now.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We've been going pretty hard.
I think this is the hardest we've ever worked at a campground.
Yeah, because there's a lot to cover. It's huge.
A lot.
It's huge. I don't even remember what the length of it is from tip to tip.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a little bit of R&R now. Maybe have some sleepy nap time juice. And
As you do.
yeah, and then get,
Mama's gonna work hard
get back
getting
at
dinner
it.
ready.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wake me when it's time, okay? Well, after 3 days of rain and drizzle, I think we're finally getting some sunshine.
Yeah, we still have wet grass. It has never dried.
Yep, the sun's gonna finally dry it out. We're gonna have a beautiful sunny day, finally, and then we can really have some fun.
Yeah.
And we did the main bulk of what we needed to do, so
Yeah.
now it's time to have some fun.
Yeah.
Hi. What do you think?
This is a nice pool.
What about the temperature?
So refreshing. It's good. It didn't take me long to come in.
Gonna stay in this moment. Gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely. I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No more. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why. I'm always feeling homesick. Oh.
When you visit the park, be sure to check out the William Pryor Letchworth Museum. It is fascinating telling you how this park was created, and there's also a mastodon head in there that was found in 1876, about 7 miles from here. It's about 11,500 years old.
Down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why. I'm always feeling homesick. Oh. All I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.
For cell service, Bell, TELUS, Koodo, Virgin Mobile, and T-Mobile. We can talk about all those things. We are not using our Koodo here, but our friends right there, they've got Virgin Mobile, and we've talked to them about their service.
Yes.
And it is the same as the T-Mobile service that we're using right now. And that is, it's very spotty throughout the park.
It's not too reliable.
Right.
Kind of changes wherever you go.
There's some areas where you get no service at all, and there's other areas where you get some limited service. It seems like the best area is surprisingly the campgrounds.
Yeah, it's not too bad there.
Yeah.
You can kind of count on it. It's not like always 100%, but it's, you know, you can get messages and send things.
Yeah, and you can even, like you can surf the internet. You can watch YouTube videos. There's sometimes a little bit of buffering, but generally from the campground, it's okay. The rest of the park, which is huge, it depends on where you are, whether you're going to get decent service at all or any service. On this trip, because we're not in Canada, we decided to not use our roaming. We're with Koodo, and if we were to roam, it would cost about $15 a day. So for 10 days, that'd be $150 just for one of us to have a phone that that can get service here. So we decided to go onto Amazon and buy a SIM card from Giant Tree. Last year we did that when we went down on our Texas trip, and we bought an actual SIM card, which you had to take the SIM card out of your phone and then put the new SIM card into the phone.
It worked great.
It did work great.
Yeah.
This time I decided to try a little differently. It's still with Giant Tree, but I got an eSIM. And the SIM and the eSIM, they come from T-Mobile. With the eSIM, you just scan a code, a QR code, and then you go into the settings of your phone and you switch SIM cards.
That way you don't have to mess around with the physical card itself.
Yeah, and you're not taking apart stuff, the case off your phone and everything, and you can switch back and forth if you want. So it is really handy. We got a 10-day plan for
$30 to $35.
Yeah, $35. I don't remember the exact amount. I'll put it right here, and I'll put the link. I'll put the link in the description below. And it was for 10 days, unlimited phone calls, unlimited text, and unlimited data.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. $30 instead of $150. So that's it for cell service.
It's Cheryl's Lou Review, Lou Review. Let's all talk about Lou's. Don't ask Ben, don't ask Jax, ask Cheryl. Cheryl's Lou Review.
There are no real vault toilets in the park. They have all these amazing stone-built comfort stations, I think from the 30s. On the architecture themselves, I love them. On the inside, they're similar to basic comfort station. They have flush toilets, soap, water, garbage can. There's sensor lights in this one that when you walk in, because it is in a darker area. They didn't smell. They're fairly clean. They're stocked with toilet paper on the most part. I'm going to give these a flower. It's that time again for Cole's Notes, and we are at Letchworth State Park.
This is really different for us. We're used to doing Ontario provincial parks, and this time we're doing a state park, and what a state park we chose to do.
It's rated one of the top, or the top state park in the States.
And we see why. We first got here, when we first started walking around and driving around, because it's huge, you need to drive around. When we first started doing that, we were blown away at all the stunning views of the Gorge area.
Everywhere you look, yeah, it's just amazing. You'll just be going, wow.
Well, we talk about when we go for a hike, we like a good payoff for a hike.
Yes.
So we like to see a really nice view on a hike. It just started to rain a little bit.
Yeah, I felt the raindrops.
Yeah. So we like a beautiful view. Here, you get beautiful view after beautiful view on these hikes. The number one hike, that's
the Gorge Trail.
Yeah, the Gorge Trail.
That's the one to do. If you're going to do any, do that one.
Absolutely.
That walks along the whole river. You'll see all the waterfalls. Yeah.
You see the main three falls, the upper falls, middle falls, and lower falls, and that's all on that hike. It is stunning. You get constant, beautiful views the whole way.
And it's not a real difficult trail.
No. And then there's so many other trails here. There's 100 kilometers of trails here. Some of these little trails on the map, they don't even show that like there's anything special there. Incredible. We did trail 18 and 19. Very small little trails and just beautiful views.
Just like at the beginning of the trails, we found these little cutoffs down to like cascading waterfalls. Yep.
Those were from, I think, Silver Lake coming into the Genesee River, but just incredible. You can't do the park in a weekend.
No, you would like, at a leisurely pace, maybe a full week, right? To
or
cover
come
everything.
back a few times.
Yeah.
Because there's so much to see and do at this park.
How would you rate the campground? What do you think of that?
Well, the campground, I like how organized it is. It has 8 loops. Each loop has a comfort station in the middle of it, and all the sites around it. And every site is electric.
Yes, in the whole park.
They're either 50 amp or 30
Yeah, whether you have tent or trailer.
So in this setup, even you can't get lost coming back from the comfort station.
I cannot. No, it's easy. It's like McGregor Point, because it has the comfort station in the middle. You just loop around. And so there's no vault toilets at all. It's just the main comfort station in the middle.
And that's okay in the campground because you're always close to a comfort station. So it's really good.
And at the entrance to our loop was the kind of main hub of the campground area. There was the park store. There was a cool market, little fresh...
little wooden shack.
Yeah, it's fairly new little building. They have like fresh fruit and veggies and fresh baked pies.
And then there's the recreation area.
There's the recreation center behind. They've got ping pong, pool tables, tons of crafts, coloring, like whatever. It's huge.
Yeah, this park is excellent for kids.
And the playgrounds, can't say enough about the playgrounds. Like, this is the playground mecca. There's
playgrounds everywhere you look, left and right. They cater to the kids, and they do it right.
Every little recreation area you go to, rest area or whatever within this park that you're driving around to, there's a playground there. And these aren't just rinky-dink little playgrounds. These are top-notch
They've
playgrounds.
put some money into their playgrounds. Yeah.
It's incredible. And some of the rest areas have 2 playgrounds on them and stuff. And like the pool area. And then there's the pool.
Yeah, because there is no beach at this park. They've got an Olympic-sized pool, and it's a nice pool. They've actually got 2 pools, one for diving in and then one for
regular swimming.
And it's wheelchair accessible too, which is nice to see.
Yes. The diving pool is 8 feet deep, and the regular pool is 4 feet deep.
3 feet and 4 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we got to give props to the staff here.
Oh, the lifeguards.
We were at the pool yesterday, and in the diving pool, we watched 2 rescues.
They were on it like that.
Yep. It was just, you hear the lifeguard go, toot, toot, toot
they
on the
were
whistle,
in, bring the
and then
person
they
up,
dove in
and
the water.
all the other lifeguards were right there.
And the first one, it was a woman the first time, right?
Yes.
And she was still on the surface, and the lifeguard just went there and pushed his life preserver thing out to her. She grabbed it, and then he brought her to the side. The second one was a guy. And it was strange to see because he just kind of almost like he gave up. He just
sank down. And so the female lifeguard dove down under and brought him up to the edge of the pool, and all the other lifeguards were around to help get him out. Everybody was fine.
Yeah, after it was done, the people gave a well-deserved clap to the lifeguards.
Yes, they work hard for their money. They did a great job.
That was good.
That was nice to see. I guess I don't go to pools enough, but just to see how well staffed they were, they did a great job.
And the pool has a nice green space around. There's the trees there, so we can sit under the trees.
It's huge. There's tons of
There's
area
the
to sit.
concession stand there. You can get food and drinks.
It's not
there.
run by the park itself. It's run by an outside source. So they open kind of, I think, depending on occupancy and weather. Okay. So it's not 100%.
And there's some stands there that you can watch.
Yeah, so I think back in the day, they probably held some big swimming events here.
Yeah.
Mind you, the facilities themselves, like the change rooms and washrooms, are quite old and I think need updating, as do some of the comfort stations in our campground.
Yeah.
Mind you, in the 700s loop, that was looked like a brand new comfort station. And the one in where the cabins are, in cabin C?
No.
No?
Cabins A, I believe.
Cabins A, maybe? They looked like a state-of-the-art. It was nice. You'll see in the video.
Yeah, that was the most modern comfort
or as you've seen in the video. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So hopefully they eventually
but all the
update
washroom
the others.
areas that they have all around, like at all the different little recreation areas, overlooks, things like that.
Oh.
There's washrooms everywhere.
The stone architecture through this place is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, right now we're sitting at a stone picnic table.
Yeah, they've got a lot of those.
In the Wolf Creek area.
Yeah.
So, and the not the comfort stations, the washroom facilities, you might say they're a little dated, but you know what? They were built in the 30s and 40s by the Civilian Corps of Engineers out of stone. And
everything's made of stone around here.
They've been maintained well.
I love them.
So, yeah, they are good.
I'm just looking
amazing.
at the one here.
We keep on looking.
Oh, it's so nice. Said there's 7 store concession areas throughout the park. So if you need some ice cream or some store merch, well, not a whole lot of groceries. That's mainly in the campground, but the others are more like souvenir-y type stores. Mm-hmm. They got you covered.
And that and the store in the campground, I was surprised at the RV supplies they had there.
Yeah,
they had a pretty good amount of RV
and it's some kids' toys, and then some fresh, like refrigerated items, like your bacon, cheese, milk, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. The big thing about this park, though, the really big thing is the park road and all the overlooks that are on the road.
Oh, yeah, you could spend forever.
You don't even have to do a hike to get a gorgeous overlook and gorgeous scenery. You can just drive along
and you pull off,
get out and have a look over the edge.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just amazing scenery.
Oh, I just wanted to mention this park as well is a pack-in, pack-out park. So they don't really have trash cans around in the areas, like picnic areas at the pool. Mm-hmm. And the parks are very clean, surprisingly, considering there are no trash cans. So people, I guess, are good and take all their trash out.
And then there's also museum, there's nature center, there's
visitor center. Yeah, there's a whole ton of different things.
The Autism Trail.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just This park has it all.
So the only things that are lacking,
Yeah.
there's no beach, there's no dedicated dog areas,
Big blind.
and there's no place for paddling in the park either.
Right.
So I know those are kind of three big things.
And to counter that, for the beach, there is the pool.
Yes,
And
it's a nice pool.
and
It's
there's
big.
areas where you can just sit and watch under a tree
Yeah.
and in your lawn chair.
So,
that's
yeah,
very
they're very
similar to a
nice.
beach.
Yeah, we spent the day there yesterday.
In terms of the dog areas, there's no
tons of
dedicated dog area,
No.
but there's so much green space here. You can easily get to one of those areas and be all by yourself.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure you could let your dog run loose there when there's nobody around. So there is that.
Just pick up after your dog.
Yeah. And then for paddling, yes, you can't paddle here in the
just-
Genesee River. But before you say that, though, there is the outfitting adventures here that you can kayak here, but you're going with them and it's more of a whitewater type thing.
Yeah.
So that's in the park. But go ahead about the north end of the park.
Where we went behind the laundromat.
Yes.
Outside, there's an area for launching your kayaks.
That's in Mount Morris. So it's just outside of the main gate of the park. We've had a lot of discussion about the rating for this park
Yeah.
because there is nothing comparable to it in
No.
Ontario.
We were trying to compare it to a provincial park, but you can't.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
The provincial parks are much more rustic,
Yeah.
rugged.
Yeah.
This park is very much a recreational park, and everything is laid out for you with easy access to everything. It's more like a park,
Yeah.
like a playground park.
Oh. I was gonna say more touristy.
Yes, it's much more touristy.
A little bit.
What I will say, this park gets a very high mark. It was
Yes.
rated #1 in the country
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a reason. It gets a very high mark, even though it doesn't have some of the things that we normally look for.
But it's a definite must see and do.
Yeah. So it doesn't have the things that we normally look for, but on the other side, it has some of the other things just off the charts, such as the scenery, the views, and things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. That is off the charts.
The park
and so
is-
that helps bring
Park
the
is
number up.
clean and well maintained, right? It's just yeah.
So in terms of a rating, we talked about it a lot. You originally said 8.5.
yes, but that was in respect to the fact that there was no beach, no dog area, no paddling
Yeah.
in the park.
And I was kind of looking at a 9.5. Like right off the bat, I'm looking at a
Yeah.
9.5 because this park is incredible.
It is.
And then I did settle down a little bit, and I think a 9 is appropriate for this park.
I think so.
When we looked at an 8.5, we gave like Pinery and McGregor an 8.5, and we thought, well, there's just absolutely no comparison.
It's totally different ball
It's so
game.
different. So yeah, I think we're gonna give it a 9.
Yeah.
So that's it. Letchworth State Park gets a 9.
It gets a 9. Check it out, please. It's actually closer to our home than a lot of other parks, provincial
It's
parks.
closer to our home than Algonquin
Yeah.
Park is.
Yeah.
So this is like 268 kilometers from home. It's I don't know why we don't come down here more, because it's a nice easy drive.
Yes, we'll have to do that.
Yeah. So from here,
We are
get another
heading
easy drive.
up to Watkins Glen.
I wouldn't say up. I would say over to.
We are heading over to Watkins Glen. I'm directionally challenged, remember?
And I think that's around 100 kilometers away or something like that.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a bit, I think.
Yeah. So we're going to go to Watkins Glen State Park and check out what that park has to offer. We have been there a couple times before,
Yes.
but it's been a while.
been a while.
We're really looking forward to checking that out again. And that'll be next week's video.
Yes, we'll see you then.
Thanks
Bye.
for joining us. Bye.